Hello and good morning. This is Superior Networks with Superior Networks Talks. This is episode 3. Today is July 3rd, the day before July 4th. Tomorrow's expecting some fireworks.
Hmm.
We've got everyone in the company here. We've got Dwayne, Fidel, and Kilvio. If you've been following our broadcast, you know who they are. And this morning, we're just going to take it easy.
Yeah, I'm kind of in one of those modes, man. I'm really reflecting on the company and the direction we're moving in. I'm extremely proud and excited and really motivated to continue, doing. I mean, we got so much is going good, and so many little projects we're involved in, and maybe we'll mention some of them as we go through this broadcast. But I'm really proud of us. And so I want us to, at some point, spend some time and just kind of talk about the purpose of this webcast, this hangout session, and make sure that we're moving down, the right track, and it's benefiting us and it's been benefiting the listeners, and it's informative to all. So that's what's on my mind.
So I've been on the internet for the brief amount of time I've been awake this morning, and I stumbled across some new virtual reality technology.
What?
For those who don't know what virtual reality is, it's more than augmented reality, which you might get through like your cell phone where you're playing a GPS game. It's full immersion where you have the first step to virtual reality is a head-mounted system, a monitor that moves when you move, and then just recently they're developing the technology to take that further because the first thing people do when they put on the head-mounted cameras or the head-mounted display is they look down at themselves. They want to see their hands. They want to see their body. And that technology is now to a point where where you put on this harness that goes from your chest to your arms, and you can lift up your hands and you can reach out and you can virtually touch things. And this is motion capture technology that they use on like The Hobbit, where you see Smeagol running around on all fours, slamming his hands down to the ground. They had someone wear the technology, and now this is available at a commercial level. And so
Wow.
and for video games, this is an incredible thing, where more indie companies can say capture their own animations, whether it's reloading a gun or making small cartoons. This is a large leap forward. And even for actual gameplay, you can have people actually swinging their bodies, picking up things, storing it in pouches located on their belt.
Wow.
It is a literal virtual reality.
That's pretty cool.
I can see
Um,
how that can be fun.
And it doesn't even have to be that in depth. I also saw an armband that allows you to control your TV like it's the Force. All you have to do is reach out, and the sensor will detect what muscles you're using in your hand to change the channel or the volume.
that's pretty cool.
I gotta check that out. I gotta check that out. Read it.
Yeah,
Good.
it was just on my thing this morning.
Oh, cool. Can you drop like a link on a Hangout? That seems to be interesting. I
Yeah,
want to know more about it.
yeah. I was watching Control VR that goes into a lot of detail about this, and if you don't mind, we can watch a little minute or so of it.
Now let's do it.
Man, let's do it.
All right.
It reminds me of the Google Cardboard. Google released 3D. Did you hear about that? Anybody
No.
hear? So at the Google I/O, everybody was expecting like, all the free stuff, and apparently all the watches that they gave out were all vouchers that had to be shipped to them at a later time. I think they may have gotten one phone when they walked out, but what they did get was a hunk of cardboard. And so the cardboard is basically like there's a lot of DIY do-it-yourself kits where you can cut it out, and you can put it right in front of your cell phone, and it turns it into like an Oculus Rift. So
What?
that an Oculus Rift, that's that new 3D experience. Like you put on the goggles, and if you like almost like what Jareth was talking about. The Jareth is way cooler than this, but
Right.
Well,
if
Oculus Rift is only a piece of the puzzle for virtual reality. That is
exactly.
leading technology for a commercial wearable display.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Experiment, okay.
Yeah, so this cardboard, you just put like some special, not even like special. You just go down to the hardware store or whatever and get this plastic they tell you to get, and you put it over your cell phone, and then like there's certain applications that's been designed so far that like Google Earth is one of them. That depending on whichever way that you turn your phone, then or which is basically turning your head, then you can look around the world just by moving your head up and down, left and right in Google Earth. And there's a bunch of other applications. And during the Google I/O, they released SDKs for developers to write more applications using this VR, unit. And I'm sure somebody's going to mass produce it, and you can go buy it off the shelf. But it was cool because they gave the instructions so you can use like a pizza box and make your own. And then I heard a couple days ago people have released the plans. If you have one of those 3D printers, then you can just use the plans and print it out on a 3D printer. But yeah, kind of cool. Yeah, I didn't know if you guys heard about it. I've been quietly following it just because it's kind of neat that a big company like Google that was expected to release hundreds of dollars of equipment sent everybody home with a piece of cardboard that actually turns out to be kind of cool.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the. I don't know if you can see my screen.
Yeah, it's up. You've got a little video playing.
There were smartwatches. There was Android on the big screen.
So,
credentials.
That's the video.
Magically transforming into a pair of 3D virtual reality specs.
Can you hear it? You probably can't hear it.
I can hear it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, when the volume goes down when you speak.
Through the lenses in the cardboard itself. The effect is quite mesmerizing and truly immersive when you fire up one of the experiences Google has made. One moment I'm taking a breathtaking tour over Chicago by simply gazing where I want to fly. If I look up, I'm transported to space and find myself looking down on Mother Earth.
That's sweet.
Then I embark on my next virtual reality voyage, this time to the Palais de Versailles in France. The images are surprisingly sharp, though if I move around too quickly, I do feel a bit dizzy. But overall, it's pretty impressive.
I think it's a really cool device. It's a very simple concept.
I think it's very like the realistic feeling.
It's pretty good. They had a pretty clever idea doing that.
At home, I would use it just for fun, not maybe for heavy usage. You feel a bit like uncomfortable after a few minutes, but no, it's pretty cool. I mean, they have some very good use cases here.
Using a handset for VR isn't entirely new, but cost aside, other clever little touches make this cardware stand out, like NFC tags which automatically launch the app on a compatible phone, and the side magnet that triggers the phone's compass to select various experiences.
The important thing to understand about our project is we want to have it simple, and we want to give it out to developers, including the open source software, for free, to basically spawn development, and we think that this is great for the field in general.
Already, the concept, born just 6 months ago, is generating huge buzz. Some are now calling it the Oculus Thrift. It may lack the refinement or elegance of its pricier counterparts, but who knows? Cardboard could yet become bigger than anyone expected.
That's interesting, though.
Yeah.
My turn.
Yeah, let's see. What you got? Oh, that's sweet.
I don't have voice.
That's sweet. So it's responding to his hand. So like, there's this guy with goggles on, and the way he moves his hands, and so his hand movements and his head movements are in sync. What does he need a controller for?
That's actually a good question.
Well, that's the point they're making. People want to see their hands and see their body, and the only thing Oculus Rift offered was a display on your face.
Are you serious? This guy's sitting in his living room with a gun, a full-size gun. That's cool. Huh? You gotta have a zombie.
I never liked that character anyway.
Nah, kind of creepy.
Yep.
Why do you have to have it strapped around your neck and across your heart? What?
So when you look down to your body, you know where it's at.
All right. This is the super smart guy, and knows everything about it. The guy with the black shirt knows nothing. This is his first day. he was looking amazed like me. It was his first time seeing it. That's cool.
Star Trek.
Star Trek. Yeah. Wow.
Iron Man. That's funny.
Wow.
Wow.
The porn industry's about to go crazy now, boy.
This changes everything.
Wait, why'd you stop? It was about to get good.
Hey, we can continue. I don't mind.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's really, really cool the way that's developing. The applications that come out of it. Technology has been around for a while. I mean, I remember the Mike Tyson punch-out hand for Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've always wanted to interact with our games differently than just a handheld controller, but for some reason it hasn't taken off. It hasn't really become something that people really want in their living room. So hopefully now's the time, and we're kind of ready for it, because as soon as that technology becomes normal, then we can start doing things virtually, like truly have a robot and truly do IT work or do some other sort of chore or task and not have to be there and just control it. Doctors are starting to do that. They're starting to do surgeries that way.
Yeah, I saw that they do remote surgeries because it makes them more accurate. There's no hand wobble in the machine.
Right.
Yep.
And out there on the military field, so somebody gets shot and they need critical care. Typically, that person bleeds out and dies on the way to the hospital, but they can just pop out this little robot. Doctor put on his gloves and goggles, and he's sitting in America and doing surgery over in somebody in Afghanistan, and saving their life. That's
amazing.
Man.
Like how they actually do the eyes. Spoke to a friend of mine, and he mentioned that how when they do the surgery, the eye surgery,
mm-hmm.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They just have the precision of whatever they want to accomplish, how the eye's supposed to be. And what is that procedure called?
That's what is that? That's oh man, everybody's getting screwed. Krishan got the surgery.
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
But the point is, it's they all the specs and or the right angles in the computer, right? And then the computer kind of helps out most of it, making it happen, shipping the eyes and stuff in the surgery. It's just
LASIK,
yes.
Good grief! I know everybody was screaming like, LASIK, say it.
A couple of friends of mine had it done. I think it's good for 10 years, and then you have to redo it, something like that.
Yeah, that was maybe like 5 years ago, but I think now they say they're getting pretty good with shaping the eye. Like it's a perfect fit. It's as long as your health doesn't change. And so most people that need glasses, they've had, at least, I don't know. You can be born with, I guess, bad eyes, and then at some point down the road, as I understand, your eyes can, deteriorate because of a health issue. And so if you've had a health issue that's caused your eyes to go bad, they can shape your eye and get it just the way it needs to be. But just like you got to go in and get new glasses and change your prescription, then your prescription can change and you have to go back and get your LASIK again. So they're so sweet with the surgery that they're like, if your prescription doesn't change, this is going to hold for the rest of your life. But, if somebody, doesn't watch their sugar, they got diabetes or something like that, then those typically, become instances where the prescription changes. That's what they told Krishan. I don't know how true it is, but fortunately my eyes are pretty good.
I would like to get that done.
You don't wear glasses, do you?
No, I don't, but my eyesight is deteriorating really fast.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh man, you should probably slow down when you drive then.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Especially when I was coming back from Columbus.
Yeah, exactly.
We got a good chase. I mean, if you thought that you was going fast that day, I passed that. It was like 120. No, do that. We don't do that at Superior Networks.
I wish I could say I haven't.
No, but yeah, it's like if I look at the computer for a long time, I start getting kind of my eyes get kind of red, and so yeah, especially if I spend all day, 8-9 hours. But
yeah, my eyes will get kind of dried out if I sit in front of a computer for like 15 hours, but then I just get over it.
But that's what she said.
Yep.
Your eyes just recover.
That's when they just get over.
Wait. Your eyes get dry.
Yeah.
And it is 15 hours.
Yeah.
and then it gets over it. No, yeah. It doesn't really bother me. Like every now and then, like I'll feel the eye fatigue, but so far now next week I'll be telling you I can't see, but so far my eyes are doing all right. Like I don't have the distance, the clarity. As like I used to be able to read stuff real far away, so I notice I can't do that as much. But a good 10, 15 feet. What is it, 2020? I'm good.
Wow.
I'm good. But yeah, modern technology.
That's what it does. Help it to be a better human being.
Yeah. So, what do you think about our hangouts? I mean, I don't even know if I want to call it a podcast because that sounds so 2000 to me, 2001, 2002.
It strikes me as Apple too, and we're not Apple.
No, we're not. We're bigger than Apple. I mean, we like Apple solutions, but there's Google solutions, there's HP solutions, there's a lot of other solutions.
Are we the Google Cast? Is this our Google Cast?
I like that.
All right.
But I don't know, man. I don't. Google Cast.
We can brand it using our name, can we not?
A Superior Cast? SN Cast?
Yeah. I mean, because most of the time we're going to definitely speaking about us and what we do, and, and Google is just part of what we do.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like when people start spreading the word about us, like they don't want to like have our name in their mouth and be like, hey, have you seen that Superior Cast? I'm like, nah, I don't know. Like,
I don't see what's wrong with that name.
I know there's nothing wrong with it. I love it. But I don't know. I think.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking. I like Hangouts. Hangouts is really cool because we are just kind of hanging out and having a good time. I like Google because it does explain, what we're using, what we believe in right now, and what's really, the best solution for small businesses. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know. I think like in the opener, we should definitely, talk about Superior Networks, talk about what we're doing and how great we are and blah blah blah. But I think our content and who we are should stand for itself. And when people engage with us, I think they already sense the truth and know that they should be a part of this thing and follow along with this and keep up with this week by week. So I don't know that we have to jam Superior Networks down their throat in the name of what this is. All I'm saying is a podcast just doesn't feel right to me. It feels very old. It feels very dated.
And this isn't even a podcast. This has video and pictures. That would make it a video log.
Right. All right.
A vlog.
A vlog. Yeah, that's all over YouTube. Everybody has vlogs.
Yep.
Vlogs.
Maybe we can just call it the name that it is right now. SN Hangout.
SN Hangout. Oh yeah. And what's our other one? The Lounge.
Yeah.
I don't think that one will work. I
You
don't
know,
think that.
I like the Lounge.
the Lounge is kind of cool. It's kind of like a nightclub, living room sort of, just kind of warm, man.
Yeah, but people do.
It's a relaxed atmosphere where we just talk, and that's all this is.
Yeah.
But people do actually want the the VIP room. They secretly want to.
Yeah, you can still call a VIP room a lounge.
That's true.
Well, the name is to think about it. Which one rhymes better? I guess.
We're not rhyming.
Wow.
That was actually what I had in mind actually.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's the huh.
How about the what is it?
The Superior Network show. It just doesn't flow.
It's the Muppet Show.
Yeah.
No. That's overwhelming. There's too much.
Yeah, it is. Isn't
It sounds like a big package. You know what I mean?
it?
I love the Muppets, though.
I made a reference to Looney Tunes last night, and nobody got it, and it was I crashed and burned. I was upset. I was upset. You know when Bugs Bunny, I think it's Bugs Bunny, or is it Daffy Duck? It's one of them. It's Daffy Duck. When he gets frustrated, he's like, "Oh, succotash." You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I made the reference. Nobody got it. Krishan ordered succotash, and I'm like, I don't know what succotash is. The only thing I know about succotash is Looney Tunes. That's all I said. And Krishan gave me the finger up to my mouth. Well, not the finger, but she started to put her finger up to my mouth, just like hush and be quiet. And then the waitress kind of rolled her eyes, and I took Robert Oppenheimer out for dinner last night, and we went down to Over the Rhine. It was pretty cool, man.
Cool question on that part. How did it go?
It went good. It went real good. It was cool. He was, like whenever he was like, first of all, he was like, I don't understand why we're going all the way down to Cincinnati just to go get some chicken. And so I was like, I'm black and I like chicken, so that's where we're gonna go. So he was like, so anyway, I didn't say that. I'm just saying. So, but I was like, no, it's a cool place. They got awesome chicken. The place is called the Eagle. It's right in Over the Rhine. It's super cool. Like, so whenever I say Over the Rhine, most people are like, oh, that's really dangerous, and like, why are you going down there? But they've redone the whole thing. It's super cool. So we're riding down there, and he just kind of opens up, and we just have a good time. We get down there and find a place to park, and we walked over to Coffee Emporium.
Oh, nice.
And, so that was cool, and I got some sort of tea. But yeah, it was cool. We had a good time. It was awesome. Got back around 9 o'clock, and I think I read a couple emails, and then I crashed. I went to sleep. It was a good day. But anywho, that was my reference to Looney Tunes, and nobody got it.
Oh.
Nobody got it. So the Superior Network show, that doesn't do it. The Lounge.
SN Hangout.
The SN Hangout. I do like SN Hangout.
And the people will be like, hey, what do you mean SN Hangout? What is SN Hangout?
I like that.
Then there you go. And then now somebody wants to know what SN Hangout is.
Yeah, the Lounge. Look, yeah, I like, and it's true because we really have an SN Hangout. We I think we do, don't we? Well, no, what do we have? We have the Lounge and then we have SN Team.
SN Team. I think we removed the SN Hangout.
Oh, so it's a throwback. All right.
But still, the name has never got old yet.
Yeah. When I hear the Lounge, I think of some creepy old men. Hey, come on down to the Lounge.
Well, if you know that you painted that picture, it's not a good fitting at all.
All right, so what do you guys think? SN Hangout? Yes, no?
Yeah, it's a hangout. I don't see any problem with it.
Jared has left the building.
I'm just not a huge fan of it.
No, how come?
I guess SN doesn't really bring out it. I don't like the SN part of it. I mean, just calling it the Hangout would be better. Hey, why don't you join us for our Hangout? What do you mean? You're saying it funny. What it actually means a specific thing. We have an online video log. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll join you for a Hangout.
You know, when you say the hangout, drop the hangout. Just hang out.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hang out today.
I remember the Facebook movie.
Nice.
So just drop the hangout. Just drop it there. Just Facebook. No, Facebook. Just Facebook.
I'm sold.
Yes, hangout.
Hey, there you go.
What is hangout? Oh, this is where we educate our clients and customers.
Here's the thing. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
In 5 years from now, when they want to do the movie of our story, I want this scene in it, and I want Kilvio saying just that. Just no. Just drop the all right? It's just hangout. People want to hear hangout.
Hangout.
I feel like Hangout, like Hangout it's a brand name of Google, and that one. It doesn't define. It doesn't give it a name. It's okay. It's like Kilvio being like. Okay, it's like Kilvio having a name like name Kilvio and also being human. It's like human Kilvio. And then be like to drop the Kilvio, make human. That does not identify Kilvio at all. It just identify everybody out there. There's so many Hangouts, and Hangout it's a brand name of Google. I don't think that kind of like identifies our Hangouts at all.
Sheriff, I know you have an opinion on this. Go.
I've been looking at Looney Tune videos trying to find Suffer and Succotash.
Oh, thank you. I do believe it's Daffy Duck.
It's also Sylvester the cat.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Suffer and Succotash.
Thank you. That's good.
Oh, repeat that again. I missed a bit.
Yeah, he's got a lisp, so you gotta do it through your teeth. Suffer and Succotash.
I feel like if I say my accent, will get in the way.
Yeah, don't. Please no. Please.
Leave it to the Americans. We're okay.
Well,
I'm not gonna attempt to.
Jareth wants our hangout to be called Succotash.
I think that's what we're just gonna name this episode is Succotash.
Join us for the Succotash. It has an SN in it, so I mean it represents SN Superior Networks. Although there's no N.
I built something.
Is there an N in Succotash? There's no N in Succotash.
No, there is no N.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I tried to make that work. I'm so dumb.
I
literally saw an N in my head as I'm spelling Succotash. There's no N in it. I'm like I couldn't figure out where to place it.
It could be the name of the episode.
It definitely name of the episode.
It's just a meal composed of beans and corn.
Yeah. Yeah. That was one of those. Krishan was all excited about it, and so she orders it. She takes a bite out of it, and then I start noticing her bowl just keeps getting closer and closer to my plate. I'm like, what is it? What is this? She's like, oh, you should taste it. You'll really like it. You enjoy it. And then she never took it back. And then then later on it was like, oh, you can have it.
She didn't like it.
Oh, what Succotash? I think she did like it. She's on some new. I think it had some bacon in it or something. She didn't have any meat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was beans, and it was like green beans, and it was just too many beans. It was good, but I was worried about the next, later on that night. know how many beans I want. So, Jareth, what do you think about Hangout?
Yeah, Hangout is fine. Let's see.
I'm partial to it.
Okay. Well,
I feel like we can always change it.
Yeah, I mean, it'll grow with us.
It's moments like this that we do not really want to change that big as a name, so to speak. Some things you can plan on changing and stuff.
Well, right now we're still in the discovery process.
We can do whatever we want to do. That's.
Yeah, I know Jareth can relate to that. The discovery process.
I see what you did right there. That was good.
It should be called a discovery process.
Yeah. And see, Jareth he just I mean.
Oh, I got this.
You just gotta. Yeah. Well, you're living with the new dog, right? I mean, I didn't mean it to be like that. It's the dog that you're discovering, and having a new animal in your life, is different because every now and then we hear him barking in the background.
I appreciate you trying to bring back the riff into something relevant. We all know what they were trying to do.
No.
I made it 10 times worse, I think.
So it's just being truthful to SN core. So we are rediscovering new technology.
Yeah. That's how about SN Discover?
SN Discover. SN Discover. That's kind of cool. Yeah. What about SN Team? Why are we shying away from that? I mean, that's where the magic happens, so to speak. I mean, if I go back in the history of the SN Team Hangout, I mean that's the core of how we go about what we do. I mean, it's there.
It's named the podcast. I can't really specify exactly what issue I'm having with it.
Right.
But I don't think you're right.
All right. I'm just throwing it out there. You don't have to be right. I don't know. Why don't we call it a podcast?
No.
Because then we lead to succotash, and we don't want any of that.
Well, let's keep it SN Team. That's what it is. As this podcast become bigger, we don't have to adjust it because it's still going to be a team. It doesn't matter whether it's 3, 4, 6, 7, I don't know, 10, 20. It's still going to be SN Team. So
that's true. Wait a minute, and see, even in your description of it, you still called it a podcast.
That's kind of true.
I mean, it's SN Team is not podcasting it, even though we're going to be podcasting.
Let's see. What is a podcast? A podcast is a digital medium consisting of an episode series, audio, video, PDF, or EPUB file subscribed to and downloaded through web syndication. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, we are technically a podcast.
Blah, blah, blah.
When I crashed our first episode, right? I noticed that though it was good, somehow if I was watching for the first time, I would feel that it was kind of long.
Oh, yeah.
I think we can somehow break it down to the point that we have almost like a mini series, maybe 10 minutes top.
Yep.
And then it's just episode after episode.
Yeah, I agree. So, but what are we gonna call this? Honestly, I mean, where are we at? Because podcast keeps rolling off of our tongues, and by definition, we do define. I mean, this is a podcast. Podcast isn't just an Apple thing, according to Wikipedia, and Wikipedia never lies.
That's right.
Unless you catched it in that 3-second span where you loaded it and you think, oh, When did my high school start offering pole dancing classes?
Nice. Did you go to a school that had pole dancing? Because that would explain a lot of things.
I do have skills everywhere. That is not one of them.
Wow.
Yet.
Discovery. All right, so I think if we do say podcast, it does explain what it is that we're doing. Everybody understands what a podcast is. So if we threw that in, it doesn't hurt it. And then if we throw a prefix ahead of it, like SN Team, or this is the Hangout or the Lounge podcast, then by referring to it as a podcast defines exactly what we're doing and what we're trying to, well, not necessarily what we're trying to accomplish, but at least what we're doing. Whereas if we use the word and the term Hangouts, I think we're bringing people to 2014, and at some point we have to explain this is brought to people. We're using Google services, and this is what a Hangout is. It's the new podcast. It's the new Skype. It's Hangout. You guys should be using it. We use it every day. So I see both sides. In one way, we are Google, and we're moving with Google products. I feel like we should use Hangouts in the term. And then on the other end, I think that podcast is something that people readily, relate with and understand what that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going with the which name again?
I don't know.
You know what? If we have any kind of listeners, let's let them pick a name in the comments, and we'll see what it's like.
Yeah, but I kind of would like to have a name before next year.
I'm kind of doing that too.
Yeah, and our Facebook voting didn't really work out well.
Did it go up on Facebook?
It did.
I never saw it.
My wife was the only one that voted.
Yeah. Oh no, I never saw it. Did you? It went on the Superior Networks page.
Yeah.
I gotta find a way to get notifications because I'm associated to the account. When there's, did you show me how to do that?
I can show you right now how to do it again.
I thought, oh yeah, maybe I never did it. So I'm on the page.
So I'm gonna go to Superior Networks.
Yeah. Not coming up.
And where it says liked, there's a drop-down arrow, get notifications.
All right.
And then you get notified whenever something's added. And this is the winner so far. It's got a whole 2 points.
Well, then we should all what's it called, like it or post it on our own page.
Yeah, because you can click an individual picture and like it.
Yep.
The system is likes are 1 point, comments are another point, share is 2 points because it gets it out to more people.
Cool. What app are you using to do that?
I'm not. It's just through Facebook.
Oh. Nice. I was searching it the other day and I found apps that you can install within Facebook that did that, but I didn't know that Facebook had a voting process.
Yeah, I kind of stole it from websites like Qwerty. They're like, hey, like this for a chance to win this T-shirt.
Oh, you're doing just a manual point system.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Well, my Facebook isn't coming up for me, so I don't know what's up with that. Stupid Facebook. All right, so let's
I shared a very disturbing photo.
Did you say you just got a very disturbing photo? Oh, you just shared on the time.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
People go back and watch the video. They're like, what in the world? It's one of those photos you find on like an abandoned hospital floor. Like, what in the world is this? That's terrifying.
I didn't see it. You shared it on Hangouts or you shared it on Facebook?
It was on my screen share.
Oh, I got you.
And you're not sharing your screen.
I was.
Huh?
Yeah, if you go back and watch the video at about 40-something minutes, you'll find it.
There we go. Now Facebook is up.
I see. Huh.
Oh, check this out. How to brainstorm really hot product names. That was our post from yesterday.
Yeah, I had that up while we were talking about it.
Nice. 3 unusual ways to. There's some good stuff on our website. Hello, everyone. We're excited to announce. Good job, Jared. We're excited to announce. We're excited to announce a new product we're getting ready to spring on you guys, the remote support kit. But before we divulge, nice, big word, all the details, we are trying to brand a look for it. Help us decide. Like your favorite one for 1 point, comment for another, and share for 2 more points. I like number 1. I like number 2. I don't like number 3 as much. I'm thinking out loud.
Well, all of us should get in and do it. Pick your favorites, what you like the most, what you think will be most successful. So now that I've seen the case, it's kind of briefcase sized and shaped. So I think a wider band would work, but for the smaller devices, maybe the more square sticker and a smaller size.
Yeah. I still think we should drop the word kit. I still think that. What's the quantities? Oh, we're talking about printing these ourselves, so it doesn't really matter. Here's what I'm thinking around the kit thing. But we can do kit on the remote support kit, and then on our other devices that we have the ability to remote into. So as soon as the client purchases our GFI, remote monitoring, I think every device should get the sticker on it, and it should have a phone number and help@superiornetworks.biz on it. And that should be their badge. Like maybe even put a little serial number on it to make them feel like they're really. And honestly, that serial number can be tied to their configuration, so we can look it up in ConnectWise if we need to. But
yep.
I really
thought about making something like that.
Nice.
And we can order it in mass quantities.
I like it. Maybe somehow with some foil backing. You know what I mean? Where the background is like or maybe even the shield and the squares in the center of the shield are like some sort of metallic silver foil. That would be hot.
Huh. Good point.
All right. So back to our hangout, our show. What are we calling it?
Well, I think the my idea was good. SN Hangout. SN Discover. That would be good. Or SN Hangout.
I did like Discover a lot because we're on the leading edge of a lot of what's coming out, and we're just talking about it. It allows people to discover it.
I don't have a problem with it. And what is it again? What's it called?
Discover.
Discover.
Okay. SN Discover or Discover?
SN Discover. I really think the initials should be in it right there.
I think the entire video has our logo already in it.
But how it's all about the name. It's all about the name. That's what I'm saying. It's like the same thing that I mentioned. I'm not sure if I haven't mentioned this before, right? It's like how Gmail, right? Google could easily be like, yeah, you can also go to email.com and and then log in, using your credentials, blah blah blah, to to like me email.com. They could have done that, but they were like, okay, let's drop in the G, Or they could have come up with something else with Google Mail, which is, by the way, is what it is basically. It's Google Mail.
Yeah, that's a good point. Fidel makes a good point. Marketing 101.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I just don't associate SN with Superior Networks.
But we're doing SN stuff. Why shouldn't we want to associate what we're doing with it? It's about keeping the name going.
And again, we got to remember the purpose. The number one purpose is to give Kilvio the ability to direct people to this channel so they can get caught up on the technology that we're quoting. And in this case, it's going to be all aspects of Google, and it's going to be StorageCraft and overall business solutions that have a technology backing. And I see us, whatever project we're working on for that week, we'll probably do a segment on it because that's what's on the top of mind. And if we have a client that's struggling with it, then there's 1,000 other clients that are struggling with it as well. And if they do a Google search, they need to come find it. So we want them to know who's delivering this, and really we don't have to be like my only issue with saying SN is I feel like if we're appealing to the masses and it's just a public show that we should be not favoring any one product, including our own. But this is our product, and this is on our site, and this is Superior Network sponsored, and we're selfishly trying to get individuals to hear what we're, to understand the technology, understand its value, but then pick up the phone and call Superior Networks, and have us do the work. So I'm not so ashamed, and I'm not never ashamed, but I don't mind being a little prideful here and putting our name in front of it because that's what we're trying to sell.
My point exactly.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah.
Kilvio, what's going to help you sell?
Kilvio's not even here.
Oh, really? Where'd he go?
I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, I've been listening. To me, it's just podcast that people can go back to it, and whatever you want to call it, podcast is in team, is in discovery. It doesn't matter. I know out there people is more familiar with podcast than anything else. When you say podcast, they immediately know. Oh, I kind of know what you're talking about. So where can I get this information that you're talking about? Well, this is where you go. Oh, this is where you can find it. But either way, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be referring whatever we decide to the client, and that's what matters.
Okay, so.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Fidel, and then we'll make a decision and we'll wrap this up.
Okay, I was gonna say that to decide what name to go to, it comes down to the question of why would people want to watch our show. What role does the name plays in how it attracts people to watch what we're saying. So, and I think if we think about in that particular area, the name can plays a huge role because most people are driven by curiosity by default. It's like going on YouTube. So that being the case, I think like the name should that's what I think personally. We should have at least the on our Hangouts, the name should at least be associated with one of our names. So as we do other projects, we can got it. Actually, yeah, we can always pick a name with the initials in it.
All right, so Discovery sounds good to me. it doesn't typecast us. We can discover all sorts of things and all sorts of technology. So I like discovery. Kilvio, just listening to how he's communicating, I think we will all refer to, you know, this technology that we're using to broadcast and whatever is common to us, and we'll adjust to who we're speaking to. Some people, this will be a discovery podcast no matter what. Others, it will be we're using Hangouts to do our discovery podcast, and we are Superior Network. So I think in the name, we should have SN, because Superior Networks is just way too long. SN Discovery, and we'll abbreviate it and shorten it, whatever, but in print, when it goes out, it will be SN Discovery. We can hashtag that, and we can follow it all the way around. And it will morph, and it will turn into many things as we move forward. And if we see the need to make an adjustment, I'm sure, as we've done with everything else, we'll make the necessary adjustment. So let's just call it SN Discovery for now. And that allows us to brand this, allows Superior Networks to still be up front, and then we'll just continue to refine it and change it. If we see the need to make adjustments, we'll do so.
All right. The court has spoken. SN Discovery shall be. I'll make the adjustments on the current videos.
Cool. I know. Yeah, and I think in that YouTube channel, I don't know if it still says Tech to Tech or not, but that needs to go away.
That's not the channel. That was just the one episode.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So now, segments. What do we want to have as regular segments? So we have a little bit of structure to it. I think first of all, first of all, we need to remember that it needs to be brief, concise, and to the point. So we can have many segments. Maybe we break it up into different videos, but whatever our segments are, they need to be focused and brief and right on point.
Okay. Well then, that's something we'll need to hash out. We'll have to have waypoints that should last so long, or at least be so short.
All right. So what are
some into how long we want the video? Because apparently we're doing 10-15 minute video segments after this instead of these hour-long marathons.
Yeah, and if we get into a marathon, then that's kind of like an after show sort of thing, and whatever. But you know, I've noticed some of these shows will go on for a long time, and then the best parts of the show they'll break out, and they just become mini segments. So we can take it as long as it needs to go, and we do that personally ourselves. And if people are following us and they want to know the ins and outs, then fine, they can see the full show. But what's going to be on our blog as far as the public releases of knowing on our website of knowing more about StorageCraft, more about Google, then we'll have these very brief segments that talk to that. So what are those segments? What are some of the things we should talk about?
Well, I think it should be broken up into the first 5 minutes should be us presenting something new to each other. Hey, I discovered virtual reality. Hey, this technology progressed. Hey, I found this new phone that I just got, and it's really awesome. I want to talk about it.
Cool.
The Amazon Fire. The phone is strangely weird and working. Designed around the consumer. I hate it.
I like it. All right. So we should have a new technology segment.
Sure. Yeah, that would be nice.
All right, cool. All right, and what else?
It's going to be a lot of me trolling Kickstarter. What can I find today? We've got 5 minutes before the show.
Okay.
And on that note, we should really try not to wait till the last minute. I mean, to find something so instead of putting all that pressure on us to prepare and have a great show, let's just, as we discover things, because we're all over the internet all the time, as we discover something that's pretty cool, let's throw it up on Hangouts, and I'll do Hangouts, and I've been tweeting the things that I've discovered just as a reminder to myself. But let's just throw it on Hangouts. If you want to tweet it, then that's fine. then that'll give us all a heads up to say, hey, this is something that's interesting to DJ. Let me just kind of check it out. This is something interesting to Jareth. Let me just check it out. And then that would be, you know, maybe we only have time for one cool new technology for that segment. And whatever has created the most conversation amongst us, we'll just make a decision, you know, on which one we're going to go with. And then that's the one that gets featured for that week. And we all kind of know a little something about it, but that person who found it, who is really passionate about it, is the person that's going to lead in what this thing really is. What do you think about that?
Huh.
It works.
I like it.
Yep.
All right, cool. So then we don't have to like really cram. We don't have to try to study for it. It's just something that's just natural to us. And if it's a cell phone thing that Kilvio's all excited, then I'm gonna get out the way and let Kilvio do his thing and tell us about it. And if Jareth wants to talk about, you know, some new video game and application to, you know, life and how things really work with technology that's being, you know, started with games, then we're gonna get out of his way and let him talk about that. And then Fidel, whatever. Fine. Yeah.
Okay,
right,
so we've
cool.
got a new technology segment. I think our next segment should be our personal projects, what we're working on, such as the kit that we were just talking about.
All right. So let's just say like company news updates, just something that's cool. Yeah.
News and projects.
Yep. Superior Networks news and projects. And I think we should have something for our clients. Something I'm almost kind of thinking, and it's almost like we're putting too much in it already. But at some point, I would like to feature, you know, like something for tool shops, or something for attorneys, or something for, you know, healthcare agencies. Something that's very specific to that vertical market. That would be good for them. And
okay.
We may not do that every week, but I would like to have, you know, 1 or 2 of those a month that feature something that would be specific to our current clients. So if we hear something, we know of something like, you know, Over Reliable, you know, we know what they're looking for. So, you know, maybe we could do a feature on, you know, new software that, you know, it's like ConnectWise, and we can kind of talk about some of those features.
Like a sponsored solution.
Yeah, and eventually this will turn into us inviting, you know, a representative from one of those, you know, companies to just come, and we invite them on and let them talk about their product, and then, you know, invite and then send that email blast out to all of our clients and say, hey, we just interviewed so and so from StorageCraft, and come and listen to what they have to say.
Cool. I think we made a lot of progress this morning. We're about an hour into this video, and I think this is a good time to end it here.
I'm good with that. Can you make sure we get all those notes, Jerry?
I just finished writing them down.
Awesome.
All right. Well, those of you that have stuck around and listened to all of our little chatter, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next week.
Cool. All right.